The Dead Rats. The Dead Rats are a ruthless gang of war-rats who have burrowed into Neverwinter's filthy underbelly, running their criminal organization out of the sewers near Blacklake. The gang recruits from among the region's scum, infecting new members with lycanthropy to ensure their loyalty. The Dead Rats claim that they were once part of the infamous Dead Rats Thieves Guild of Luskan, but left after a falling out caused a divide within the gang. This claim has yet to be either substantiated or disproven, but it would explain the gang's sudden appearance and immediate success in their various criminal ventures.
Yes, I helped to steal the crown of Neverwinter. I was a loyal Nasher, but after Karzov left me to die down here, I don't know him anything. I'll tell you what I know about where Karzov is now, and also where he stashed the crown. Hey, if you see that treacherous bastard, remind him that loyalty works both ways, preferably while you're twisting a blade in his guts.
I've been keeping Sergeant Knox apprised of your progress. I believe he's quite impressed so far. Gothwin told us everything. Now we know where Karzov is hiding, and where the crown is. With any luck, we'll catch him and recover the crown before the day is done. Watch your step in this district. Blacklake is home only to the desperate and the deranged. According to Gothwin's information, Karzov is hiding in a safe house nearby, while the crown is hidden in their headquarters. Meet with Private Zoe Fargo. She's keeping watch over the safe house where Karzov is hiding.
Be warned, Blacklake is a hostile area.
We've been discovered!
You can't stop us!
Serve the rebel cause! You must die!
The rebels are everywhere. Watch out for ambushes. Glad you made it. You've been giving the Nashers a real thrashing. Wish I could have been out there helping. But someone had to keep an eye on the safe house. By the look of things, they figured out we're onto them. Ready for our next move? The Nashers set fire to the safe house to cover their escape. But I didn't see Karzov leave. We might still have a chance to catch him here. Oh, and I'm coming with you. Karzov put a bounty on my head, and I want to pay him back in kind. I can't believe my sister's missing all the fun. The Nashers know they're cornered. They've set fire to the place to cover their escape. We need to hurry.
Lone Blade Shaper took control of the Nashers during the period of confusion and disorganization among the Sons of Alagondar that followed the sudden and brutal death of the previous leader, Kimral. Blade Shaper claims to be the great-grandson of one of the original Neverwinter 9, and uses this claim to assert that he has more right to rule Neverwinter than Neverember does. True or not, many of the Sons of Alagondar are willing to believe Blade Shaper's claim, if only out of their hatred for Neverember. Furthermore, with Kimral dead and the Sons of Alagondar as a whole leaderless, more and more sons are starting to agree with the Nashers' violent methods, seeing it as the only way to truly make progress towards their ideal version of Neverwinter.
You are against...
Stop us!
Got one's fate. This seems to be a note containing orders from Karzov. Jacob. Yes, I'm aware that the dead rats are behind Got one's disappearance, and no, I definitely don't think that it's a coincidence. Of course they're after the crown. But they're also our allies, as much as a gang of criminals can be our allies. Moving against them openly would do us far more harm than good. Not only would we lose their assistance in our smuggling operations, but fighting the dead rats would leave us open to Neverember's thugs. So, you see our problem. We'd be fools to expect that the dead rats had anything but their own ends in mind when they offered to ally with us, but sadly, there are more important things at stake here than Got one's life. When the Nashers take the throne of Neverwinter, we will have our revenge. But for today at least, we must let the rats live. Karzov.
Van Castle, we'll hold them off.
destroy you!
The rebels are everywhere. Watch out for ambushes. 9 hells! Kozov got away. But, thanks to you, we have a pretty good idea where he's going. What's even better, he doesn't know that we know. Ready for our next move? You're going to need a distraction to keep the Nashers off your back while you're going after Kozov. And I think I know just the thing. The Nashers have been smuggling supplies across the lake. Supplies they need for their revolution. Set some of those supplies on fire on your way to Nasha headquarters. That should keep them plenty busy. Kozov will head for Nasha headquarters, an old warehouse by the shore of the lake. According to Gothman, that's where they're keeping the crown as well. This is it. Time to put down the Nasha rebellion and recover the crown. Stakeouts are so boring. The Nashers are really riled up tonight. I can't believe my sister's missing all the fun.
You are against us! You must die!
a scroll of identification. Right-click an unidentified object and select Identify to use the scroll and reveal the item's stats.
You can't stop us! Nashers!
Never, our lord. What do you call someone who takes over a city for his own profit? Who floods the streets with mercenaries and fills the coffers of the crooked? Who lies about his claim to the throne? Who crushes protest, and sends the sick off to die? You'd never call that man lord of your city. Neverember is no lord of Neverwinter. Fight the occupation. Death to the pretender. Nashers for Lord Nasher. The pretender would like it if people forgot their past. But we remember. We call ourselves Nashers in memory of Lord Nasher Alagonder, the ruler of Neverwinter's golden age. He saw the city through war and tragedy and ruled fairly and wisely. In his memory we fight against the Lord Pretender, Neverember, and his watered Havian invaders. Long live Neverwinter! Down with the pretender! The Crown Plot. This appears to be a letter from our lone blade shaper to Karzov. Karzov. If what you say about Got One is true, then we can no longer plan to smuggle the crown out of Blacklake through his sewers. The rats would certainly betray us and try to take it, and would certainly succeed since the sewers are their home turf. You'll have to sit tight and hold out against Neverwinter's soldiers for a little while longer while I figure out another way to get the crown out of Blacklake. I know you would rather I abandon the other plans I'm working on and just come to Blacklake personally. We've had this discussion before, and my answer is still the same. I'm working closely with our other allies on these plans, and they wouldn't be happy if I abandoned them. And considering how much we need them right now, I want to keep them happy. The Rats Betrayal, while we should have expected it, is an unfortunate delay. But if you can keep control of Blacklake until we can smuggle the crown out of there, it will all be worth it. I will set the crown upon my brow, and Neverwinter's lies will be laid bare for all to see. The Nashers will take control of all of Neverwinter, and we will reclaim the city's former glory. For Neverwinter. Our lone blade shaper. Diabolic Graffiti. Every so often, someone leaves graffiti painted on the wall of a crumbling building in the southern Blacklake District. The graffiti never seems to be in a recognizable language, but is rather composed of unsettling symbols and icons reminiscent of diabolic evil. It is these symbols that fuel many of the rumors that occult devil worshippers makes its home in the Blacklake District, rumors which persist despite Neverwinter's best efforts to dispel them.
awaits you with your fists.
You have been singled out as a trustworthy member of our community. One who is willing to undertake difficult tasks, at that. Our scouts in Blacklake report disturbing scenes of banditry and chaos. If you would be so kind as to report to them and offer your assistance, the people of Neverwinter would be in your debt. With all due haste, Hubert Windcastle. Aid to the Lord Protector.
Protector's Enclave needs your help. The Crown of Neverwinter is back in the vault. The National Rebellion is over, and Karzar's many victims have some justice. Oh, I knew you were the one to watch, but this... this is more than I could have dared hope for. I think I almost dismissed you that day on the Sleeping Dragon Bridge. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad you've come to Neverwinter. But it ain't over yet. I've got disturbing reports from the Seven Sons Coster Market. There are kobolds loose in this city. We can't let them get a foothold in the Enclave. We'll never be rid of them. The kobolds robbed Grace Rathburn's market stall in broad daylight. The thieves made their escape through a small sewer grate. I'd like you to track the kobolds down and retrieve Grace's stolen jewelry. There's trouble brewing in the Tower District. The many Arrows orcs have taken over the area, and the Neverwinter Guard could use some help dealing with them. Considering your success in Blacklake, I think you might be just what we need. Go to the Tower District and meet with Sergeant Creed at the Fallen Tower Tavern. He can tell you more.
Ah, thank the gods. Sabella, the seer you rescued, while investigating the Nasher break-in in the vaults, is looking for you. She was sure you would talk to me today, and has sent a never-ending stream of messengers to remind me to tell you to go see her. Please, go talk to her. But be cautious, just between you and me. She seems a bit off.
You've come! You are here, right? Yes, you most definitely are. I'm sorry. I had to pester Sergeant Knox, but he talks to so many people every day. There were many futures in which he forgot to pass on my message. I foresee great things for you. I am a follower of Savras, the All-Seeing. I have been granted the gift of the Third Eye, which allows me to peer into the future. I am working to perfect this gift, but for now my sight is imperfect and murky. The future is not certain, and I catch glimpses of numerous and often contradictory events. The one thing I can say with some certainty is momentous events are coming to Neverwinter and the Sword Coast, and you are a central figure in them. I have prepared a chronicle of one possible series of events. If you will look at this chart and confirm which events have actually transpired, it will help me sharpen my focus and discern the most likely course the future will take.
The Southcoast Chronicle is a list of the heroic deeds and campaigns your hero may complete in Neverwinter. Deeds grant rewards on completion. They also grant symbols of Savras. These can be redeemed with Sibella for additional rewards.
Thank you. As new events transpire, please let me know. The more often I can match my visions to actual events, the more clearly I can discern the true course of the future. In return for your assistance, I will aid you with what resources I can. Followers of Savras are not common. We tend to be fairly secretive and create our shrines in out-of-the-way libraries and scriptoriums. The reason I moved to such a public place is to seek help in locating the staff of Savras. There was once a group known as the Benign Order of the Third Eye. They received a direct vision from Savras, instructing them to stockpile magic items and weaponry for a coming war with Cyric. My research shows some of those stockpiles may contain clues to the location of the staff. The problem is, locating the Order's caches requires a working scrying orb built by a member of the Order. There was a battle, massacre really, in what is now the Tower District. Members of the Order were attacked and wiped out by followers of Cyric. If you can find fragments of the Seer's orbs and return them to me, we may be able to reassemble a working orb.